Alright everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Captain Crush. I'm going to be your host for the next 10-12 minutes, maybe more, maybe less. I'm flying through this today as I have a tea time at noon with a buddy of mine, and I plan to go back-to-back birdies once again. Over, under, 1.5 birdies. That's the captain's line. See what you will do. Take your bets. I'm taking all the action. Nick, what I do is I make you a winning player. Fantasy sports, PrizePicks, Underdog, Sleeper, MLB, PGA, and WNBA. That is the focus right now during the summer. I'm also taking the time to teach you classroom-esque style on my Discord. That is what I do. If you're new here, stick around. My normal editing style is I try to make it fun and entertaining. I can't promise that today as I'm in a hurry. I was live earlier today on my Discord, did some content there. That is priority. And then I do these every single day. That being said, let's go over to Sleeper real quick. All right. So yesterday on Sleeper, they did a little discount. No one else was doing discounts, but guess what? Sleeper did. And they literally gave us Ohtani more 5.5 strikeouts. I liked his full line, which I took it and cashed it on PrizePicks. The soldiers in my community, we made a pick 5 live via Discord and it went 4 of 4 because we had NOLA DNP, but the 5X, I'll take it. I was doing a ladder challenge in the morning MLB. Boy, it looked rough, but guess what? We cooked, we bounced back, and we smashed the evening slates. We only missed one out of all the ones that we posted. So we had Whitlock over 5.5 Ks with Ohtani over 5.5 Ks, and we also had Harper, but he DNP'd. Pick 2, the max was 20 to win 60. 3X, we'll take it. Thank you, Sleeper. Again, promo code CRUSH, get on Sleeper, fast payouts, random promos, and a full deposit match. But more importantly than that, you'll get a full month free of my Discord, and we crush in there. Trust me. Let me take you with what today's picks we got for Sleeper. I'm going to put it up right here. We're going with Tommy Henry lower, 4.5 strikeouts, and we will take Snell higher, 6.5 strikeouts. It's right here. That's the two that I like. If you want to tail the captain, go ahead and tail. If you want to fade the captain, go ahead and fade. I won't be hurt, but we have been crushing Sleeper, and we hope to continue today. Now, we go to the king of the road. We go to PrizePicks, and boy, oh boy, we have 3 WNBA games today. They've blessed us with 3 WNBA games. Yesterday, I didn't do a YouTube video because there was only one WNBA game, and it was smack dab middle in the middle of the day because they want to tilt me. That's their goal. They're like, let's put it at afternoon so we can make sure Captain Crush tilt face. Listen, I'm up early in the morning, grinding it out, providing content for the Discord crew. I'm doing live stages. I do YouTube, but when they put them in the middle of the day, there's only so much day to go, okay? So today, 3 games. Let's see what we got. We're digging through this dumpster and we find value, I hope. First glance, Marina Mabrey and Kalia Copper, same team. It's a close spread, folks, okay? We're playing the toughest defense in the league. There's only 12 games, or there's only 12 teams, so it's not that big of a stretch. But as I say, Washington is defense. They're allowing the least most points allowed per game. I put this up there. I literally had Marina and Copper last game where I took less. Now Marina's at 17 and Copper, she's at 16. Now, if you're new here, what I do is I give arguments for both sides of the. I don't just come on here and give you pick, quote unquote, because that is what losing players want and do. Okay, you need to be making arguments for both sides so you can finally decide. Okay, do I want to take this? Yes. Do I want to take that? No. Why? The why is important of all. I give you the answers to the test, but it's the why that's important. Short answer. Okay, so both of these ladies are due for a bounce back. I wouldn't put both in the same slip. Absolutely not. But if you want to take over on 16.5 points with Kalia Copper, I will have some exposure to that. We put up a stinker last game, 8. I had her under. I was on the right side, but her line was around 18. Now it's inflated down to 16.5. So I'm going to take my discount and I'm going to take my chances. 16.5 on Copper. Mabrey, same situation. The only thing is that I'm less high on her than I am Copper. I will have exposure to both of these more. So don't comment on my YouTube if they sell. Captain, you sold. I didn't sell you anything. I'm not selling you a thing, okay? They're the athlete. All I'm doing is providing the Lord's work and giving you arguments for both sides, telling you my reasoning and my explanation. Do your own due diligence on you to figure out which way you want to go. I will have exposure to both of these ladies spread out. I use my Crushonomics method, as most of you know. I don't just take one slip and hope for the best. I have anchors and then I spread out my darts. These two ladies are under the dart category, okay? We're moving on. I want to talk about fantasy score and I want to talk about Alyssa Thomas 48.5. Brianna Jones, she's listed out on some websites. I don't know if it's an Achilles injury. I'm not sure. It happened last game. Listen, Alyssa Thomas, triple-double last game. She's been absolutely crushing. Her line was at 42.5 fantasy points just the other day, 3 days ago. Now it's skyrocketed up 48.5. Granted, Brianna Jones is out, but look at this ceiling. 56, 55, 50, 45, 42. In a normal scenario, I'm not buying this. I would take less. But for me, she's been on a heater. Brianna Jones is most likely out. It's projected to be a close game. It should be up-tempo. I will take Alyssa Thomas more 48.5 fantasy score. If she sells, then folks, she sells. If you're not interested in that high of a number, I don't blame you. I have it projected for 48. I'm going against my model projection and I'm putting her up there over that 48.5. She's just been playing way too many minutes. Now without a possible Brianna Jones, I'm pretty sure Jones is going to sit. I can't fade this prop. That being said, also, if you want to take her first half fantasy, instead, you can go there. It's legitimately just cut in half, 24.5. If you want to take the less blowout risk and you think that she's going to get it done in a half, you could go ahead and take 24.5 first half fantasy. I don't hate that either way. I want to say something else real quick. Even though I like her fantasy score, I think her real points is a little bit too high. I'm leaning less here, but again, without Brianna Jones, can't be certain. Brianna Jones playing, it would be less season for me all day long. She racks up assists, rebounds, but she doesn't really do a whole lot of scoring. Her average is about 14 or 15. So if she has to get 17 to beat me, bang, less, lean less. But I'm taking her fantasy score, so I just wanted to put that out. While we're talking about that matchup, a little bit of a 1v1 game stack, a little bit of a run back, which I teach, I preach, I tell you guys you should doing. Always try to correlate your contest. Visa Collier more, 22.5 points. I had this in super early. She was at 22. They bumped it with a little bit of a hook act. So now there's no push equity. I still like her to go more here. I think we can get her on Underdog, which at the end of this video, I will have my Underdog proposition that I like in that pick'em contest. I will put that out there for you. But Nafisa at 22.5 is still viable, but I will be going with her fantasy score most likely. So this is my plan. Take Collier more 40.5 fantasy points. Take Thomas more 48.5. Put them both in a contest together. Make it a 5 flex. The darts that I like. Anchor these two ladies down. Pray that they crush. If they do, all I need is 2 of my darts to hit and then bang, guaranteed 2x. If 3 of my darts hit, bang, 10x. Hit me, bang, hit me, bang, hit me. I said hit me with it, okay? Nafisa Collier can crush. Thomas can crush. They're playing against each other. If the game stays close, that's what we're shooting for. One side to push the other, okay? It's correlation, what it's about. I like those two together. Does it mean that they're both going to go off? Absolutely not. Does it mean that there's a lock? No. In fact, while we're on that subject, if anyone tells you lock, trust, swear, it's free, any of those things, and it's not legitimately a free square promo, you fade it or you Uno reverse it and take the opposite. Never go with anyone saying those 3 words. Captain, trust me, it's a lock, it's free, I swear. Fade. Easy fade, folks. That's a free lesson from Captain to you. Now, I want to pull out my handy dandy notepad here and you can see Nafisa Collier, more 22 real points, more 40.5 fantasy score. She's projected for 43 fantasy points in my model and she's averaging 1.3 fantasy points per minute. Alyssa Thomas, 1.3 fantasy points per minute. I think she got as high as 1.9. She's averaging 35 minutes and I have her projected for 48 fantasy points. But I told you, even though she's only projected for 48, I'm calculating in the Brianna Jones and I think she's going to go more. But another thing, she is due some regression. She's been absolutely dominating. So that's the other side of that coin. I make sides, I make arguments for both sides. I let you guys decide where you're going to go. My job is to give you arguments for each side. She is due to regret, and I will not be surprised if she comes out tonight and just puts up a stinker. So buyer beware, seller beware. Then I want to talk about Aaliyah Boston, more 17.5 real points, more 7.5 rebounds. I have her projected for 10 rebounds and 16 points, but like I said, I don't always just go by a model. Even though it's my own model, I put in my own analysis in there. Rebounds, she's a big girl and she's going to be in the paint. Seattle's giving up 10th in rebounds allowed, so you guys are aware. So I will be taking Aaliyah Boston more 7.5 rebounds. If they had her points rebounds, I would be all over it. They don't have it up there as of now. As you can see, they have her fantasy score, free throws, points, and PRA. I'm not a big fan of her PRA. She's not one to really facilitate. If you want to take shots on her fantasy score, I don't hate that either. Maybe she can get you some block steals. But for me, I'm going to be targeting these two. The points, 17.5. Seattle is 9th or 8th ranked in points allowed. I believe they're 9th. In rebounds, they're 10th. So I will be targeting Aaliyah Boston, more 7.5 rebounds and points. But the priority for me is rebound. Want to cover 2 more people and then we're going to go over to Underdog, okay? Jewel Lloyd, 25 points. This started good at 25.5. I want to say something. Last time I was on her fantasy, leave it with, but I always say this about if she comes out and she decides that she's going to hit her shot, she makes 3 of 3, it's game over for the under season, okay? She literally will come out, shoot 3 times. If we go splash, bang, count it, we're all crushed if we have the under. It's that simple because she will continue to shoot. The coach will tell her to continue to ride the hot hand and she will put up a 30 burger. Don't believe me? Check out the last 2 games, Connecticut, Dallas. Me and my team, we watched it live. We sweat it live. We saw her do it. This is what she does. The other side of that is she can very well go out there, start bricking shots, and she can literally go under this 25.5. That's a lot of points for anybody, much less in the WNBA. It's a high point total and it's 1.5 point spread. It should be a good close game. So for Jewell Loyd, I can make arguments for both like I did. Literally trending towards more, but I may go less. I'm not 100% sure. So don't say, Captain, you told me to go less or you told me to go more, or why are you even talking about it, Captain, so you can get praise if either side hits? Listen, I don't care if you praise me or not. I'm not here for your praise. I know what I'm doing. I'm providing value for you. I'm trying to train your mind into thinking like a winner. That is my goal here. I could care less about one day-to-day sample of picks hitting or not hitting. That means nothing to me. Let me look at the end of the year and see a 1099 and then we can talk. That's what matters. That being said, I am just telling you because Jewell Loyd is a popular player. So some of you out there, not, and this, when I go on my rant, it doesn't apply to the majority of my audience. It's just the handful that I can count on a hand that just don't seem to get the memo that they're on the list, okay? Jewell Loyd is a popular WNBA player. So people want to know because they're going to target her. So they want my advice. They want my opinion. I gave it, okay? Is she a dart in my slips tonight for more? Yes. Am I anchoring her down with less? Absolutely not. I have very little exposure to her, probably around 5% given to my total contest, but I will have about 5% where I go more. So if you're skipping through the videos and you land on something and you're just looking to see where this goes, you're going to be disappointed. It's important that you listen to what I'm saying. It's a 10 to 15 minute video, sometimes more. Listen to it like a podcast while you're at work or driving. Invest in yourself. This is your hobby. Invest in it. I'm making you better. Trust me. The last one I want to talk about is Ezi Magabor. I call her Magbeggar because it's funny to butcher the names. Folks, I butcher names on purpose. So it's Ezi Magabor, but I'm going to say Ezi Magbeg. Can I do that? Can I get away with that without the people going ham on me in the comment? By the way, Wacha. It's not Waka, Wacha. The baseball player? Yeah, I like to say Wacha, okay? Deal with it. That guy that was in the comment. Now, let's talk about Ezi. She was at 14.5. I liked under at 14.5. Now, they bumped it to 14 down. I'm going over to her PRA. So her PRA now is 24.5. On Underdog, it's 25.5. Ezi gets a lot of blocks and steals. That's where her equity comes in. Even at 4. 4 is a lot. I would take less here. Even though she can get 7 in a game, as you can see, I would still take less on her block steal. She needs 5 to beat you, and that's a risk that I'm willing to take. But she probably and most likely will get 3, and it will be a sweat because she gets blocks and steals. That's what she does. She's the Australian powerhouse. Next, the PRA that I was telling you, it's 25.5 on Underdog, but on PrizePicks, 24.5. I still like that less. And now, speaking of Underdog, we will segue over there. Let's go. I got a little 5-man pick'em contest cooked up for you. Listen, if you're not on Underdog, sometimes they have better lines, sometimes they don't. It is what it is. But I will tell you right now, get on there, code CRUSH. The minimum deposit's 10. That's all you got to do. They let you put on 10. A lot of sites don't do that. Promo code CRUSH, okay? I'll give you a free month of my Discord if you DM me a free 30-day trial. You're going to love the Discord. And then you can put in these and you fade or you can tail, okay? Always ensure your contest. Now, I show you this 5-man, but when I do it, you don't necessarily have to take the full 5. Just pull out your favorite 2 or 3 and go from there, okay? Nafisa Collier, higher 30.5 points rebound. Kayla McBride, higher 17 points rebounds. Aaliyah Boston, higher 7.5 rebounds. Marina Mabry, lower 2.5 3 points made. And the girl we just spoke about, Miss Ezi, lower 25.5 PRA. You see how that line is a full point higher than what it is on PrizePicks? That is why I shop around, and that is called value. And with that, folks, you've made it to the end of the video. I want to say one thing real quick. I'm going to plug my own Discord because yesterday we crushed. If you're interested in the Discord, go to captaincrush.net. Here it is. This is the website, and you just go to the gold package, $24.99. Buy now. It'll take you there. It's linked via the Discord and Dub Club. They work in tandem. That's how I do it on Discord every day. And the next week, my schedule is going to be, I'm already on there all day pretty much, but I'm going to be live from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time, doing classrooms live, answering questions, building contests, building slips, you name it, I do it, chatting with the community. That's what it's going to be Monday through Friday. It will help you with your process. I am going to have these folks ready for NFL and NBA when they return. Right now, we're focused on PGA, MLB, and WNBA, but I will be shifting in July. We'll still cover all that, of course, day to day, but I will be teaching NFL and NBA principles so you guys are ready to crush, especially DraftKings. That is the plan. So if you're new here on my YouTube, I appreciate you guys. I do YouTube and TikTok shorts all the time. Thanks for watching my content. Check out my other content. I'm sorry I kind of ran through this pretty fast, but I have obligation. Good luck tonight, and as always, let's crush.